Welcome to the deep dive. We dig into the sources, the articles, all the analysis, really, to give you the essential knowledge you need on key topics.
And today, we're looking at something from pop culture that actually gives us, well, a pretty surprising look into modern family life.
Yeah, it's Kourtney Kardashian Barker's very intimate public post for her son Rocky 13's second birthday.
We're drawing from the coverage around Rocky 13 Barker, 2 years of rock and roll family.
Mm.
And what's really interesting here, I think, is the contrast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a family where, I mean, everything is documented, right? Hyper-documented.
Every single step.
But then this specific photo Kourtney shared for his birthday, it felt really surprisingly private, almost jarringly so, but like in a beautiful way.
Exactly. That's where we want to start. You kind of expect this, super polished, magazine-ready party picture.
Right.
But what we got instead was this glimpse of something really raw, like immediate motherhood. So our mission today is to dig into what this one photo, this really unvarnished hospital photo, tells us about their whole approach to parenting in the spotlight.
And their journey to even have Rocky, which is obviously a huge struggle.
Right, that too. And how this all fits into their massive blended family.
Okay, so let's start with that photo, the main image.
Yeah, it's like the definition of anti-Kardashian, almost.
It really is. You see Kourtney, she's in the hospital bed, clearly not long after giving birth.
Right. No filter, no pro styling. Her hair is just pulled back in those space buns.
Simple space buns, yeah. Makeup soft, minimal, and her face is just pure exhaustion, but also like total adoration.
It's all about that connection, isn't it? Mother and son. Nothing else matters in that shot.
It's such a deliberate choice, I think, because it just pushes back against that whole expectation of, celebrity perfection, especially perfect parenting.
It strips away all the usual stuff, the brand stuff.
Exactly. And it just focuses you right on the physical reality and the emotion of birth. It makes it relatable, even though she's, well, her.
And it wasn't just the picture, was it? The caption added this whole other layer.
Right, the quote she used from that kid's book, On the Night You Were Born.
Yeah. What was it? On the night you were born, the moon smiled with such wonder.
That the stars peeked in to see you. It's lovely on its own right. Gives it this kind of magical, cosmic feel.
But it's the next line from the quote that really hits hard.
That's the key part.
Life will never be the same.
Mm-hmm. And knowing their story, that line is just loaded with meaning.
Absolutely. Because we all saw, well, anyone who watched their show saw, their really public struggle with infertility, the IVF treatments.
Yeah, it was intense. Years of it. Disappointment, all those invasive procedures, and doing it all with cameras around.
So Rocky's birth wasn't just, having a baby. It felt like the end of this huge emotional marathon for them.
Totally. So this post, with that raw photo and that specific line, it feels like this really beautiful public nod to a very private miracle they fought for.
It's like saying, this is it. This is what we went through everything for. It completes their story, his arrival in November 2023.
It really does. It's just this testament to, well, sheer perseverance.
Okay, so that's the emotional core, the miracle of his arrival. But then the story shifts, right?
Yeah, it shifts from that intimate moment to these pretty extraordinary claims about his development already at age 2.
Right. And this is where Dad comes in, Travis Barker, the legendary Blink-182 drummer.
Of course. Enter the narrative of Rocky, the 2-year-old drumming prodigy.
Which, okay, let's be real. He's 2. He can't even talk in full sentences yet.
Exactly. So you had to take it with, a grain of salt, perhaps. But the sources do confirm Travis talking about his musical aptitude really early on.
What was the timeline again? Travis said back in February, so earlier this year.
Yeah, February 2025.
Yeah.
He said Rocky was already playing drums and guitar and everything by 15 months old.
15 months? That's, wow, before he's even, properly running around?
It sounds incredibly young. And that's where Travis brings in the whole Barker DNA idea.
Ah, right.
He told People magazine that Rocky plays instruments constantly, 24/7. Now, whether a 15-month-old is really playing constantly or just banging around...
Which is probably more likely.
Probably.
Yeah.
But the point is, he's surrounded by it. He's immersed in music in a way most kids just aren't.
Okay, so is this just, good PR for the rock and roll family brand? Or is there maybe something to it, environment plus maybe some innate talent?
I think it's probably a bit of both,
Yeah.
right? And that's what's interesting. Think about his environment.
True. He lives in a house with a studio, instruments everywhere.
He sees his dad drumming professionally. His older siblings play music too. He's not just hearing music, he's seeing people make music. like, every day.
So the whole environment is kind of set up for it.
It's practically engineered for musical development, yeah.
And the look is already there too, apparently. The toddler punk rock thing.
Yeah, the sources mention that blend of, like, rock star toughness and toddler cuteness. They gave that specific example, him in little green track pants and a Def Leppard t-shirt.
Ah, that's pretty funny. He's already got the aesthetic down.
Totally integrated into the family brand.
Mm.
But the parenting approach here seems key, and it ties back to that perseverance idea.
How so?
Well, Travis says their focus is just letting Rocky lead by example. They're not forcing him into music.
Right. They're nurturing what they see as a genuine interest that he's showing on his own.
Exactly. It's about observing, not pushing. Which, for a famous musician dad, feels like a healthy approach. It validates the kid's own direction.
Yeah, it sets him up to see that passion and hard work go hand in hand just by watching his parents. That's a pretty good foundation.
And building that foundation, nurturing Rocky,
Right.
it involves this huge support system they've built.
Ah, the blended family. That's the bigger picture here.
Definitely. Rocky's birthday isn't just about him, Kourtney, and Travis. It's celebrating this whole massive modern family unit they've created. An 8-child ecosystem, really.
8 kids. Let's bring that down again. It's Courtney's 3 with Scott Disick.
Mason, Penelope, and Rain. The age is now, what, 15, 13, and 11?
Something like that, yeah. Then Travis's kids with Shanna Mokler.
Landon, who's 22, and Alabama, 19. Plus Travis's stepdaughter, Atiana de la Hoya, who's 25 and very much part of the family.
Right. And then Rocky, who's 2. Wow. That's a lot of kids.
That's the Kravis Kids crew, as they call it. It's more than just a cute name. It's like a logistical reality.
I bet. Managing all that requires serious coordination. And think about the co-parenting dynamics involved.
Oh, absolutely. You've got kids from multiple past relationships, different ages, all seemingly getting along really well. They show up for each other at big events, like all those weddings they had.
3 weddings in 2022, including that big Italian one where all the kids were involved.
Right. And that harmony, that unity, seems really fundamental to how they're raising Rocky. They put in the work to blend the families before he arrived.
That feels really intentional, especially given how public their lives are. They were friends for years before they got together, right?
Longtime friends, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that helped build a solid base before the romance and, well, everything that followed.
And having all those older siblings must give Rocky a bit of a buffer, too.
That's a great point. It's like a built-in safety net. They've navigated the reality TV world, the public eye.
They know how to handle it, so maybe the intense spotlight isn't quite so focused just on Rocky yet. It's spread out a bit.
Yeah, they could help shield him, maybe, in ways they couldn't be shielded themselves when they were younger. Seems like they're trying to balance it all.
Balancing their own huge careers, too. Kourtney with Lemmy and the show, Travis touring constantly with Blink.
It's intense. But the sources suggest they keep grounded with, simple stuff, like Kourtney commenting on Travis's post, just calling him extra good with a black heart.
Yeah, those little moments, it shows that even with all the fame and business, that core relationship is still the anchor.
And that anchor, the love, the perseverance with IVF, the deliberate family blending, that's why this birthday post, this seemingly simple thing, actually felt kind of significant. It wasn't just fluff, it was a statement.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what does this deep dive really tell you, the listener?
Well, I think it shows how even a celebrity Instagram post can give you real insights into tricky things like modern co-parenting.
Yeah, and managing these big, complex, blended families, especially when everyone's watching, and just the power of sticking with a dream like they did with wanting Rocky.
It kind of boils down to what Travis said. They just lead by example.
Right. So Rocky's growing up seeing his dad as this rock icon, his mom running a big business.
But also seeing them prioritize family, showing unconditional love.
Yeah.
That combination, that environment, you could argue that's the best foundation you could give a kid.
Definitely. That mix of rock and roll legacy and really intentional parenting is pretty unique. But it leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? Thinking back to that raw, intimate hospital photo, in this world where we share everything, every milestone instantly, how do parents, any parents really, balance sharing those huge personal wins, those triumphs?
Like finally having the baby you fought for.
Exactly. How do you celebrate that publicly but still fiercely protect the actual intimacy, the privacy that your kids need, especially in those really early formative years?
That's the tightrope walk, isn't it?
Yeah.
The ultimate boundary challenge for parents today.
Something to think about. Until next time, keep digging deeper.